We all remember those lengthy history lectures of our school days, don't we? Yes, we all do. But here is a chance to do away with all these things for good. Well, with the use of virtual reality, we can visit those interesting historical places and make learning about history much more fun. Also, some schools cannot afford to take their students to the best galleries around the world. But with the help of virtual reality, they can help them fly to London, Paris, New York, and other amazing places in the metaverse. A virtual tourism company called Time Travel Tourism lets you visit lost worlds and whatnot. Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Vishakha Thakur. You are watching a special episode of Metaverse Magic, and in this episode, we will see how Metaverse has created its magic in the education sector. If we read some content and try to learn it, we tend to retain just 5% of that knowledge. Whereas if we experience something in virtual reality, that retention goes to over 75%. So, this is where Metaverse will really transform education. Investors, entrepreneurs, and educationists are either willing or are already pouring billions of dollars into the Metaverse space. Various education Metaverse startups such as NextWeek, Axenbark, Immerse, Gatherverse, Edverse, etc. are all set to offer immersive learning experiences for students, creating a dynamic and impactful learning environment. So, let's hear what the co-founder of Metabook, Mr. Ashish, has to say about the potential of Metaverse in the educational sector.
The power of Metaverse to transform the education sector is phenomenal. No wonder the revenue numbers projections are coming to that magnitude, and I'm sure that it will grow exponentially in coming years as well. So we need to understand the fundamental value which this technology is bringing to the education sector. And we all have learned that the education per se is the most important thing, to be given in the early stage of the child, and it has its own challenges and it has own pedagogical issues.
Also, there's this really cool app that is called Frogopedia, which allows people to dissect frogs. Yes, if you have ever experienced this during your biology classes in school days, let me tell you that this can become super fun using augmented or virtual reality. Not only this, we can also make this whole learning experience more immersive, as one can now put virtual reality headsets and fly to the moon, go into the outer space and see what the other planets look like from up there. Another way it will transform teaching is by using holograms, as a professor from anywhere in the world can be projected into any classroom and teach the subjects they're experts in. Recently, hologram technology launched Classroom of the Future for creating safe classrooms and beaming a professor into the classroom as a hologram. You can also imagine attending your classes and hanging out with your college buddies without stepping out of your home. So, Metaverse in the education sector enables learners to attend virtual classes remotely while experiencing elements of the real classroom. Educational institutions and tech giants are working towards removing physical barriers while making them more immersive, engaging, and communicative. Some tasks which are really dangerous, expensive, inconvenient, or simply impossible to practice in real life can become much more easier to practice through virtual reality. In the world of medical education, the role of Metaverse could be invaluable. We all know that the human heart is a complex organ, and visualizing this organ on papers is really difficult. Through virtual reality, one can spin the heart around, View it from all angles, observe the vasculature, choose a certain section of the heart to observe in greater detail, or even jump inside one of the heart's chambers. Extended reality technologies are fundamentally altering medical education, like surgical training, medical tests, visualizations, medical treatments, and preparation of new medicines.
There are some group of patients who has to go through a kind of a surgery which can be shown to them in virtual reality. So they get to know all the procedures, all the steps through which their body or their they have to go through. This helps them a lot in decision making about taking surgery or taking one diagnosis over other.
Metaverse can become a real game changer for the education sector, bringing a host of significant benefits, the most outstanding being immersive learning experiences, greater learning speed, an inclusive environment, and an ability to acquire hands-on experience. According to a report by Statista, revenue in the Metaverse education segment is projected to reach $56.73 million in 2023, and the number of users is expected to amount to 14.8 million by 2030. User penetration will be 0.3% in 2023, and the average revenue per user is expected to amount to $16.13. Now, since we are talking about learning in Metaverse, then it's needless to say that learning in Metaverse is not possible without the aid of virtual reality headsets. So, as I mentioned in the last episode on aviation and Metaverse, virtual reality can help in training anything from farming skills to firefighting, including spatial training, just like a flight simulator prepares pilots for emergency landings. If you have not seen that episode yet, you can find the link to it in the description box below. Well, that's all in this episode of Metaverse Magic. I will be back with more such interesting updates from the Metaverse sector. Till then, keep watching 3.2 TV, do like, share, and subscribe to our channel.